Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're talking Nicki Minaj. Today we're talking about Nicki Minaj with 0 Grammy nominations, and she still does not have a Grammy award to this day as of 2022, you guys. And she won't in 2023 either, because that is when the Grammy Awards air, you guys. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? So there was some controversy, obviously, because she was going back and forth with Lotto and, you know, talking about what she had submitted and things of that nature for her Grammy nomination considerations and things of that nature, only for Nicki Minaj not to have a Grammy nomination herself, you guys. And I understand, obviously, you know, the super freaky girl broke a lot of records, you know, did a lot of things or what have you. But here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing, you know, and this is, you know, whether or not you like Nicki Minaj, this is irrelevant. The music industry, and specifically the award industry as it pertains to the music industry, has not been right for quite some time, you guys. Has not been right for quite some time, which is why a lot of the times I don't watch unless it's an artist that I enjoy or that I know of, that I know is going to be performing. But even sometimes that's not enough to entice me to watch these award shows anymore, because everything you can go back on YouTube or see clips on social media posted, so you don't miss anything if you don't watch, you know, the actual award show live. But you guys, it has been said, you know, several times that specifically with the Grammys, it's not about if you had the most successful song of the year, or if you had the most streams, or if you had the most sales, or if you had the #1 song in the country for X amount of weeks. That is not what the Grammys are anymore, you guys. The Grammys now, it all depends on who is on that committee, you guys. It all depends on who that committee, who is on there, and specifically it means which of the record labels are in that committee that are going to be there advocating for their artists, you guys. That is what the committee's about. That if their artist is on, you know, their label, they can go to the committee and be like, hey, we're going to work out this, this, and this with you, but I need my artist to win Album of the Year. I need my artist to win Song of the Year. And I hate to put it blunt like that, but that's what happens, because it even happened to some of my faves, you guys. It even happened to some of my faves, because there's some of my faves who have more Grammys than, you know, Prince, than Michael Jackson, than our legends, you guys. And then there are other people like Diana Ross who do not have a Grammy. Snoop Dogg doesn't have a Grammy. Nas does not have a Grammy. Brian McKnight does not have a Grammy, you guys. So if I'm Nicki Minaj, I would not give these people the energy, right? Because she knows what she's done for the culture. She knows what she's contributed to rap, right? And I'll be honest with you, I prefer actually her earlier songs that actually got nominated for Grammys compared to what she's put out recently, but that's just me personally. However, I think she should lean into other things. I think she needs to lean into other things she's good at, like her Queen radio, like her fashion sense. I think there's other opportunities there for her, but if she is expecting some type of acknowledgement from the music industry, those days are over. Basically, when Sheether came out by Remy Ma, that was basically the music industry giving a middle finger to Nicki Minaj and saying, hey, we're done with you. We are done promoting you in the same capacity that we used to. We are done pushing you. We are making new room for other people. And with that, I would have been like, okay, bet, and put my all into other things that I'm good at, such as fashion, such as Queen radio, you guys. But again, if you are expecting your favorite artist to win for a specific body of work, do not count on the Grammys for that, you guys. Do not count on the Grammys, because like I said, it's going to depend on that committee. And I expect Adele and certain people to win a whole bunch of awards, you guys. And it's not even about whether or not the record is good. It's not about whether or not, you know, it sold more than this artist, or it was #1 for X amount of weeks compared to this artist, you guys. It is all about the politics, you guys. And Monique told you this. Monique told you this, you know, back when she was up for her Oscar, that they want you to campaign. You know, that they'll have people there on your behalf to, you know, hype you up, hype up your performance and things of that nature, but they want you to also do the same and put yourself out there and do all these interviews and do all these press to promote yourself and promote the brand, promote the album, promote whatever it is you're nominated for, so that it looks back, you know, good on that particular company, right? So then the company can then negotiate other deals and other offers for themselves, you guys. And that's how the world goes around, you guys. That's how the world goes around. So if you're expecting some of your faves that have X amount of nominations this year and you don't see them win any of the big awards, you don't see them win Song of the Year or Album of the Year, don't be surprised, you guys. Do not be surprised. Do not be upset. Do not beg the Grammys to give them an award out of a sympathy, out of spite, or out of, you know, whatever, because it's not going to come from a genuine place, you guys. They don't care. They don't care about the backlash. They don't care whether or not you like some of these people who you've never heard of before until the Grammys that win an award over somebody that is more well known in the other categories, the other nominees. They don't care about that. Like I said, it is about who is on that committee, who is going to vouch for you, who is going to advocate for you, and who is going to work out some sort of a deal that if you win certain awards, specifically the big awards, which are the Record of the Year, the Song of the Year, the Album of the Year, Producer of the Year, and so forth, that there's going to be some type of kickback on their end, you guys. That there's going to be some type of benefit on their end and the record label's end, you guys. But this whole thing of relying on the Grammys for anything involving integrity and rewarding, you know, the most successful songs. I believe Pat Joe, he was upset that he lost to Chance the Rapper, even though his song was technically bigger than Chance the Rapper's song. And it's, again, you guys, it's not about album sales. It's not about the #1 song. It's not about how many streams your song had compared to another artist. It's all about politics and who they want to showcase at that award show, right? Because remember how they'll lure you in. They'll lure you in by having at least one of your faves announced as the performer, right? Whether they're nominated or not, right? They'll lure you in to get the views, to have one of your faves announced, right? As a presenter, as a performer, as something, whether or not they're nominated, and then they sit there the whole show if they're nominated for multiple awards and they get snubbed. Because they got what they wanted. They got you to tune in. And that's what you guys need to understand, right? So if I'm Nicki Minaj, I lean into this and I completely, you know, say whatever to the industry, right? I say whatever to the industry, and if she still wants to put out music, she can put it out, you know, independently, but not rely on, you know, these labels or these people in the industry who are all about politics, who are all about certain connections, who are all about promoting certain people, to rely on them to have you nominated for awards and to have you win certain awards, because it's not going to happen. We are not in that space right now. And there was another video I wanted to do on this, but Missy Elliott, people were, you know, asking for Missy Elliott to, why doesn't she produce, you know, R&B and hip hop albums anymore? And that they really missed her, and that they miss because the music industry now isn't what it used to be. And I agree, because I listen to a lot of older music, because I can't stomach most of the music that's out now, you guys. There's only literally like a handful of artists that whenever they put out new music, I'll always tune in for. And I listen to a lot of underground people or like neo soul or other stuff or what have you. But a lot of the stuff I listen to is old, you know, is older music, old Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Prince, you know, Usher, old Usher stuff, like old Beyonce's first album and Destiny's Child. Like I listen to, you know, basically things that are like early 2000s and pre and before that, for the most part, for most of your guys' faves. But basically she said that the music industry, Missy Elliott said the music industry is not looking for talent anymore, you guys, which we knew, right? It doesn't matter whether or not you can carry a tune, you guys, anymore. It doesn't matter whether or not, you know, you are talented or that you have something, right? Or that you even have an it factor anymore. All that matters now is whether or not you are willing to do anything that it takes to become famous, and you'll get promoted, you guys. Even if your song sucks, it's going to get promoted. It's going to be blasted on every single radio station so that they can get you out there, so that they can recoup their interest. Even if they know the song sucks, even if they know the song is degrading, even if they know that they have you degrading yourself in order to be famous, they do not care because all they see is dollar signs, you guys. But what this music industry fails to realize is that your biggest artists of all time, Michael Jackson, your Prince, your Whitney Houstons, they had talent, you guys. They had talent. They were songwriters. They could play instruments. They could, work with, do amazing collabs with other artists. And they were very versatile. They could act. They could do other things, you guys, and promote their brand, right? And they were genuine people, you guys. That is not the same energy. That is not the same music industry that's taking place now. Because now what's happening is they're looking for those of you who are desperate. Those of you who are desperate to do any or say anything to become viral, to be the next TikTok hit, to have the next TikTok dance, associated with your song, even if your song sucks, right? Even if the rest of your song sucks, but they find a portion of the song on TikTok that's actually decent, that goes viral off of a dance, you guys. That's what the industry wants right now. They do not want talent. They don't care if you can songwrite. They don't care if you can play an instrument, this and that. They don't care about that. Those days are over, you guys. They just want to know, how desperate are you to be famous? How far are you willing to go to become famous? And they'll push you. And sometimes, even if you do all of that, even if you degrade yourself, even if you, completely lose yourself, it still may not even be worth it, you guys. You still may not even be famous. You still may only be a one-hit wonder. And that is why these award shows now are a joke. Because it is not about anything genuine anymore. It is not about rewarding talent. It is not about rewarding the best song or the actual best album or the actual best writer or the actual best producer of the year, you guys. It is all about the politics. It's all about the networking. It is all about who is on that committee and what label they represent, that they're going to push certain people over others to ensure certain people win and certain people get snubbed, you guys. And that is how this industry is. So there is that. But please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.